And there we go. We should be live. Welcome everybody to the live stream here of the UNOH 200 here from the Bristol Motor Speedway. We're here joined by Justin Putzer here, otherwise known as Never Give Up JP. We're going to be bringing you this NASCAR Camping World Truck Series race. So we're all here. JP, feel free to introduce yourself. I said it was a truck race at Bristol. Oh, did I say Camping World? I thought I just said the NASCAR Truck Series at Bristol. They change sponsors every 2 minutes, so who can keep track of it all at this point? So, engine's getting fired up here. Drivers, start your engines. JP, you want to go ahead and do it, since I know you love saying it? Alright, engine's fired, and we're ready to go racing here. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you guys are, of course, hit the like button and subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams or whatever other kinds of content I decide to put out. So, yeah, and also, while you guys are at it, the link should be in the description to JP's channel. So, yeah, you guys can go ahead and subscribe to him over at Justin Putzer on YouTube as well if you guys want to follow along with whatever crazy content he's putting out these days. Alright, let's go ahead and just add one more thing to the broadcast because I usually remember to do this and I just happened to forget today. We got the race logo. And there we go. That'll go right there. Alright, we are all set and ready to go. So we got Christian Eckes starting on the front row alongside Carson Hocevar. Chase Purdy and Ty Majeski will roll off in the second row. Third row. Yeah. Rajah Caruth and Tanner Gray. Then you've got Jack Wood and Taylor Gray, 7th and 8th. 9th and 10th is William Solich and Zane Smith, who supposedly has his 2024 plans already settled. Corey Heim and Matt DiBenedetto will make up row number 6. Row number 7, Grant Infinger and Dean Thompson. That's all I can read on one monitor. I gotta go ahead and pull it up on the other monitor if I want to go ahead and try and get that going. Alright, I'm gonna try refreshing my camera real quick because for some reason it's looking a little bit slow. There we go. Alright. Okay, what are we wagering? Are we measuring this in laps or are we measuring this in feet? Because it may not go more than about 3 feet before the first caution flag gets thrown, knowing Bristol standards. So before we make a wager, what's gonna be the payout for the wager that we're picking here? Yeah, no, that's way too much of a coin flip odds for that kind of bet. I can't do that either because that would be unfair to all the people who are in Thomas Cup who wouldn't have a shot to try and gain those 15 points. If we were doing this with all the Thomas Cup Series guys, which would be a lot of people, then maybe. But all right, here we go. They're doubled up and they. And say lights are off on the pace truck. It looks like. Are we ready to go racing? I didn't think so either, but yeah. But I just was looking for the lights on the pace truck because normally that's what I go by to see if we're going green or not. Oh wait, no, lights are back on the pace truck. So nope. All right, I'm gonna go grab another Gatorade real quick while we're pacing. If you don't mind filling some air. All right, I'm back, JP. How's it going? You managed to fill. As I know they're still pacing. I was able to hear the races we were as I was grabbing my Gatorade. All right, how's it going? Howdy, Derek. who's that with me? That is Justin Putzer, otherwise known as Never Give Up JP. You can find him at Justin Putzer on YouTube. Hey Eric, who are you picking tonight? So, I'm assuming you're asking so you know who to not expect to finish the race. But my pick to win is starting 4th place. That's Ty Majeski, driving that number 98 Ford. JP, you want to go ahead and give your pick of the race? All right. Oh, so you switched your pick on me from when we were talking pre-race. Because you originally had that number 19, Christian Eckes, finishing first. But here we go. Lights are off on the pace truck. I don't know. I think Ty Majeski's going to easily have something to say there. And I think Hocevar is just a little too risky. But here we go. Getting ready. Pace truck. Still pacing right now on my end. Are they green for you? Yep. Pace truck pulls out the way and dives for cover. Here we go. Off of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air and they are racing at Bristol. Eckes fires off the top side. He has help from behind. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, right now Eckes gets out ahead, and our 2 picks for the win are battling for second here. Ty Majeski and Carson Hocevar. Oh, Majeski cuts the nose off of whoever that was. I think that was Chase Purdy there that he cut off there. Yeah, number 4, Chase Purdy. Yeah, you never really want to be off the track and off the bottom of the track in this one with all that PJ1 on the bottom of the racetrack. There's very little time you're going to want to be on the bottom or off the bottom of the track here as Taylor Gray gets moved up the track by Zane Smith. Zane Smith trying to make his way up towards the front, up to now position number 7 for Zane Smith. Yeah, Nick Sanchez, the exciting young rookie there in the Gainbridge number 2 for Rev Racing. Making his way 3 wide on the bottom there just a moment ago. Underneath Bailey Curry, and almost wrecked the number 33 as well. Luckily, the 33 managed to hang on to it. Not sure who that is. Let me figure out who that is real quick for us. Also, says the thing's lagging. Hopefully, it's not too bad for everybody. My thing's saying the stream's buffering a little bit, but hopefully it's not too bad for everybody. That's Memphis Virillial driving the number 33 Ford here tonight. So, Memphis Virillial. Alright, so starting to settle in here. We got 55 laps here in stage number 1. So, based on the stage lengths, we shouldn't need to have any green flag stops. There should be no need for that tonight. Should be a nice, easy run to the checkers. Yeah, but the run from the end of stage 2 to the end of the race should also be doable on one set of tires and 1 tank of fuel, so there should not be any green flag stops regardless. Here we go. Corey Heim looking underneath William Solich here for the spot. William Solich winning the ARCA race a few short minutes ago. Yeah. We've both just watched that finish together. And here we go. Corey Heim gets on through there. Now Grant Infinger looking the inside on Solich as well. Infinger up to 11th. And now Ben Rhodes to the inside of William Solich. Everybody's going in here. Hey, Todd, how's it going? Yeah, no one was quicker. Got you now every week. Hey, well, thank you. Yeah, we don't normally have two people up here, but today we got me and Justin here. Yeah, I believe that. Oh, we got a caution flag. Caution. What's the caution for? The number 5 of Dean Thompson? Oh, multiple cars involved. But yeah, Dean Thompson around. Not sure who the other trucks were, but yeah, Dean Thompson, the rear end. Oh, and his not his teammate. Sorry, his former teammate there, Jack Wood, driving that KBM number 51, got torn up in that as well. So, man, that's a bummer for those two. Those are two drivers just trying to have some good runs, possibly to try and earn some contracts for next year. And that's a lot of damage to the back of the Rowdy machine there. I don't think a little bit of flex tape will be able to fix that one. Ooh! Okay, so the 51 was already around before Dean Thompson came into the picture. So what caused the 51 to go around? Because Dean Thompson had nowhere to go. He had just had the 51 sliding back down the track. But I want to know what got the 51 spun around. That's what I want to know. All right. Eckes, Majeski, Hocevar, the top 3. Purdy and Carruth rounding out your top 5. Tanner Gray, Zane Smith, Taylor Gray, Corey Heim, and Grant Infinger, your top 10 here tonight so far. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we got. So, of course, thank you guys for everybody that's tuning in. Of course, if you guys are here, hit the like button and subscribe for more. I try and bring you guys content like this all throughout the NASCAR season. I'll be streaming Xfinity and the Xfinity and the Cup race in upcoming week or the next couple of days. I also have Fantasy Friday picks coming out tomorrow, so if you guys play the NASCAR Fantasy Live game, I've got those picks coming out tomorrow. Oh. All right. Apparently the 22 of Stefan Malozzi also went a lap down along with Memphis earlier in the race, before the 33. So... Yep. Meanwhile, those two cars are probably out the race with Jack Wood and the 51 of Jack Wood and the 5 of Dean Thompson, which is a bummer because Dean Thompson has had some great runs this year driving that number 5 car, especially compared to how he's run previously in his career. All right, so... Alright, we're currently 17 laps into the 55 first lap stage. Of course, the total race distance tonight is 200 laps, so these guys are going to have to keep it under control here. I'm going to really quickly go down our list of picks, because we had more than just our pre-race picks that we went and made, so... Yeah, so I have Rhodes... I have Rhodes and DeBenedetto both finishing top 10. I have Majeski, obviously. He's my race win pick. I think Hocevar also gets to the top 3. And then I've got Friesen finishing outside the top 10. Meanwhile, JP has Friesen finishing outside the top 10, but he has Eckes and Hocevar finishing on his podium, along with Invinger finishing outside the top 5 and Crafton finishing inside the top 10. So those are a few of our race picks going into tonight. So there we go. All right, so currently working lap number 20 here for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. It went from Camping World to Gander Outdoors, back to Camping World, and now it's with Craftsman. So... Yep, Nick Sanchez getting 4 tires and fuel here. All right, here we go. So, Gainbridge being a big sponsor of Spire Motorsports, wonder if Spire Motorsports may be potentially looking at bringing Nick Sanchez up to Cup. And say with that Gainbridge partnership there, that could be a possible connection for the future for Nick Sanchez. Obviously, he's still got a few years before he's probably in Cup. I mean, so far he's been stuck. He's been completely stuck trying to win NASCAR Truck Series races this year. I still haven't seen a good replay yet of what happened to get the 51 wrecked. Because the 51 was already wrecked before the 5 car got involved. So there had to be somebody else involved here. Alright, so let's see. Raja Caruth, Tanner Gray, some pretty good performances in qualifying, and those good starting spots potentially leading to some good performances in the race, especially for some playoff drivers. Of course, Zane Smith trying to solidify his spot inside the playoffs, trying to run for that second championship in a row. You got, I believe, Grant Enfinger still in the playoff hunt as well here. We go ahead and figure out exactly who the 8 playoff drivers still are in trucks, because last week at Kansas they had the cut. So, alright, so as of right now, the points are going into tonight. You had Corey Heim, Christian Eckes, Grant Enfinger above the cut line. Hocevar and Zane Smith are tied for the final spot. And then you had Majeski, Ben Rhodes, and Nick Sanchez all trying to bump their way in. So those are your 8 playoff drivers for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here. I will say the one thing I wish that we had from NASCAR that IndyCar has is the points as they run available on the website, because with IndyCar, I can actually get the points as they run. So, like, that would provisionally show Christian Eckes being locked in with his win. And it would show Majeski and Hocevar potentially being higher up because they're up near the front of the field now. More important during cut races, but it'd just be nice to check it whenever so you know if your guy is gaining or losing ground on the cut line. Especially if you have a guy that's well above the cut line and has a bad day and wanting to see, okay, how bad is this day going to be? I'm sure you've had that experience with Chase Elliott being above the cut line at times and starting to fall. Or in other situations like this year, trying to see how much Elliott's closing in on it. Yeah. So who is that car behind him? Is that Corey Heim? Yeah, Corey Heim. That's the number 11 of Corey Heim that ended up finally getting tired of the 51, and that's what ended up sending the 51 around. So the number 11 of Corey Heim just straight up moved him and wrecked him here as the pace car dives for cover. I think the pit road might be the only safe place right now as we see the green flag in the air. Green, green, green. Eckes off from the lead position. Once again gets clear. Leaving Majeski and Hocevar to fight for second. Yeah, 3-wide battle in the mid-pack here between the number 12, the number 56 of Tyler Hill, I believe. It's either Tyler or Timmy Hill in that 56 truck here, but... And here we go. Sanchez and Parker Kligerman trying to make their way through the field here. Sanchez stuck really deep in the field after making that stop for tires. Let's... Yeah, 19's got himself a few car lengths lead here over Carson Hocevar. Hocevar also starting to put a little bit of gap between himself and Majeski. Not nearly as much as Eckes has, though. Now we got we're on board with Infinger, watching him running right in behind that number 15 truck, potentially looking for that spot on the inside to try and move the 15 out the way, because the 15's not a playoff truck and Grant Infinger is, so. Yep. Yeah, so right now, Purdy and Carruth, though, they're actually hanging tight up in the top 5 right now. Yep, Ty Majeski also kind of just falling into that rhythm behind Hocevar, not really able to put a ton of pressure, but also might just not be trying to put a ton of pressure on because you don't want to cause a crash right in front of you. All right, and there we go. The stage 1 poll is up, so you guys can go ahead and vote. Let me know who you guys think is going to win stage number 1 here. So do you guys think it's going to be Eckes, Hocevar, Ty Majeski, or other? I always try and put that other option in there because some of you guys have some wild ideas of who you guys think is going to win stages or races here. So, yep, so there we go. Polls up over there. If you guys want to go ahead and put your votes in, let me know who you guys think is going to get this one. Wow, 3 Tricon Garage cars running 7th, 8th, and 9th. Taylor Gray, Corey Heim, and Tanner Gray. Those 2 Grays are related. They're brothers there. I know that there's a lot of people with similar names in the NASCAR ranks that aren't related. Like, there's 3 Smiths at the top 3 levels of NASCAR. Zane Smith, Chandler Smith, and Sammy Smith, and no relation between any of the 3 of them, to the best of my knowledge here. All right, looks like Hocevar's the early favorite here for stage number 1, according to the poll. Yeah. Yeah, Rajah Carruth coming up behind the number 4 here of Chase Purdy as they work their way through lap traffic. That's Stefan Malaozzi, I believe that is, driving that number 22 truck, who's the lap car, allowing Zane Smith to sneak through on Rajah there. So there we go. Zane Smith gaining a spot there as they continue to work their way around lap traffic here. And now Zane Smith going to be trying to go to work here on Chase Purdy. And I will probably end up mistaking Chase Purdy for Brock Purdy a lot, especially if we start talking NFL stuff, which might happen. And they go side-by-side commercial break here with 13 to go in stage number 1. 13 laps to go here in stage number 1. So, as of right now, Eckes definitely looks to be the favorite, unless we get another caution here before the end of the stage. At least for this first stage. Our 2 picks are still 2nd and 3rd here. And say it's hard to really tell around Bristol. There's a lot of situations around that look like they might cause a caution, but that's just short track racing. If you ever wonder about that, just ask Denny Hamlin. It's just short track racing. But yeah. Right now, Eckes being the most efficient through lap traffic right now. Meanwhile, the rest of the field still trying to make their way around the number 22 here. Parker Clearman looking to the inside, but he's going to get stuck behind lap traffic here. Unless, no, 3 wide for Parker Kligerman here as we're at commercial break. Per Kligerman trying to thread his way 30 wide, trying to gain some spots here. So we're currently working 9 laps to go. Now 8 laps to go here for the Craftsman Truck Series here. Let's see. Rajah Caruth still holding on to that 6th place for now, but Hocevar is only 2/10 of a second behind. That's actually pretty close on Hocevar here. And there we go. Ty Majeski now past the last lap car. The front 3 are running 1, 2, 3 right together here. Time to see if Eckes can hold on to that win here for the stage. Yeah, we're coming back from commercial break here. The number 20 there, believe that might be Greg Van Alst, NASCAR ARCA series driver here. I know he's in the race, I just don't know what car number he's driving. Spencer Boyd is in the number 12, so Greg Van Alst probably in the 20. So here we go. So Sanchez and Sanchez nearly went around there in the back of the field. We didn't get a chance to see that during the commercial break. I mean, as we got 4 laps to go here, this race will end under this run. And so even if they get a caution now, it would end the stage. So Nick Sanchez just turned the fastest lap on the track right now, which is incredible considering he's in traffic compared to Christian Eckes and Hocevar near the front of the field. But here we go. Hocevar is closing in on Eckes. And say they're currently stuck in behind the lap traffic here. That's Tyler Hill in the number 56 truck. A lap and a half to go here for Eckes. Can he hold on here as they take the white flag in the stage? White flag in the stage. Can they get there? Stage winner, Christian Eckes. Christian Eckes wins stage number 1. Yep, the caution flies for the end of stage number 1. Eckes, Hocevar, Majeski, Purdy, Zane Smith, your top 5. Rajah Caruth, Taylor Gray, Corey Heim, Tanner Gray, and Ben Rhodes rounding out your top 10 who earned points here in stage number 1. Grant Enfinger, the first driver to miss out on the points. So that's a bit of a bummer there for Grant Enfinger to just miss out on the points. So, real quick, I'm just going to go ahead while we're under this commercial break. In between breaking the action, I'm going to just pull up the NFL game and we can talk about how the NFL game's going because we were both watching that pre-game as well. Oh, the Vikings got a touchdown. Okay, who got the touchdown for the Vikings? Let's see. Kirk Cousins threw the touchdown. Who received it? That was T.J. Hawkinson catching the touchdown pass from Kirk Cousins for the Vikings. Meanwhile, the Eagles have I believe a rushing touchdown there for Jalen Hurts, putting them up 10-7 here with the field goal as we're winding down towards halftime here in the Thursday night football game here. Philadelphia has about 3 seconds on the clock. Hurts so far 10 for 13 for 84 yards. Not a lot of passing yards. DeAndre Swift 12 carries for 62 yards. He's been the workhorse so far tonight, it looks like. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown getting a split amount of workload, although Devontae Smith getting a lot of those deep looks, 60 yards on only 2 catches there. All right, and then just going to take a quick peek at my picks. So I need Hurts to run for about 20 more yards, which he should do. And I need A.J. Brown to catch 3 more passes. And I need each receiver to get 1 more touchdown. So, all right, some good picks there. And then we got obviously our picks coming up at the end of the race. Hopefully they can all stay there. Hoping for Crafton. Crafton's the big one we both need to have gain some spots here. But yeah, so JP, what are your thoughts here on the first stage so far in the Bristol truck race? Yeah, this will be easiest place to pass him's on pit road, right? Yeah, so Eckes, Hocevar, and Majeski, those three, can't wait to see how they get shuffled up on pit road. So, Ben Rhodes, the playoff driver, just about sneaks out that extra playoff point. Daniel Dye, driving that number 43, ends up getting the free pass. He'll be back on lead lap. That's probably lap traffic. Oh, no, wait, no, Zane Smith. Zane Smith stays out. He's not a lap car. The rest of those guys, I think, are lap cars that stayed out. So one car stays out. I'm assuming later on we will see Nick Sanchez stay out too because he pitted at mid-stage. So he probably wants to stay out, try and level himself off on strategy with everybody else tire-wise. But here we go. Eckes, Hocevar, both in their pit stalls. Chase Purdy just getting to his now. So here we go. 4 tires and fuel. Eckes is away. Now we're waiting to see. Hocevar finish up his 4-tire stop. Wipe the grill. Drop the jack. And he's away. So 4 fresh tires here. Looks like Eckes is going to handily hold the lead on pit road of the guys who came to pit road. Majeski second off pit road. Third, Taylor Gray gains 3 spots on pit road for the number 17 truck. Purdy holds serve in 4th, and Carson Hocevar losing 3 spots on pit road. Goes in 2nd, comes out 5th here for Carson Hocevar. JP is picked to win the race. Where are your girls hanging? I'm assuming you're talking about the female drivers in the race, because I think there's 2 of them at least. I know, what's her name? Haley Deegan's in the race. She is currently running 23rd. Is Jennifer Joe in the race? I don't see any other girls in the race. I think we only got 1 female driver tonight. So yeah, I know Jennifer Jo Cobb was running a couple weeks ago at I think it was at one of the races a week or 2 ago. Jennifer Jo was racing, but I only see 1 female driver on the list this week. So, but yeah, Haley Deegan running 23rd here in the trucks. I want to see her in Xfinity, maybe for Ryan Sieg Racing next year. That team could use the sponsorship and she could use the step up to Xfinity, but I don't think that her performances in trucks have necessarily landed her a top tier Xfinity Series ride. I think something in the middle tier, like a Ryan Sieg Racing, would be about the perfect seat for her. It's a Ford seat, which she's a Ford development driver, and it's not a ride where she would be expected to blow the wheels off and she could have some surprise performances like what she had back in ARCA and the K&N West series. Yeah, back when she was winning a couple races here and there. But so that's one we'll just have to wait and see how that cycles out. It looks like Zane Smith, Carson Quaffle, Nick Sanchez, Bailey Curry, I believe the front 4 all stayed out We'll have to wait and see, but I believe those front four all stayed out here. I don't know. Because the biggest thing with Hendrick is that they don't have any open seats anytime soon. I mean, unless they're going to cut Bowman, unless they're going to cut ties with Bowman here in the next year or two, I don't see where they would. I mean, they already lost Josh Berry to another team because they didn't have a Cup ride open soon enough. I mean, they've got four very young drivers for many years to come. I mean, we've got a Hendrick fan on the broadcast. Maybe you can speak a little bit more to that. You want to see Hendrick be able to pick up Haley Deegan here in the next couple of years? Yeah, I don't necessarily see her. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I don't see her being a bad fit necessarily at that team. But I just don't see where she fits into that long-term picture, though, is where I really kind of had a stumbling block with saying Hendrick should pick her up. Did you just say a rookie in the 38? Oh, yeah, Carson Quaffle, a rookie on the inside line. Truck Series champion on the outside there was Zane Smith, but yeah, that inside line did not go behind Carson Quaffle. Looks like he may have just missed a gear or something, but yeah, he was not ready for that restart. And here we go. I believe that's Christian Eckes now finally getting ahead of Carson Quaffle there. Nick Sanchez got ahead as well. So those three are starting to separate themselves by getting ahead of Quaffle early on here. Majeski, Bailey Curry, Taylor Gray there. Man, Hocevar got stuck in a lot of traffic here on this restart. Which is going to be where I kind of put my risk, is that Hocevar surviving all 200 laps, he tends to be a little risky, especially if he gets stuck in traffic. Yeah, but he just lost a spot to Ben Rhodes here for 12th, so he gets in line 13th here for Carson Hocevar. Yeah, Rajah Caruth. No, Rajah Caruth is still ahead of him. He didn't lose a spot. It looked like he lost a spot because the 24 in front of him lost a spot to Ben Rhodes, but the 24 was already ahead of Carson Hocevar there. Yeah, Infinger looking to the inside here on the number 17 TRD Toyota there for Taylor Gray. Of course, Taylor Gray didn't get tires on this last stop, but Infinger did, so you're going to see a bit of speed and power here from the number 23 champion Tools car. Oh, caution's out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there we go. There's a caution flag, and oh yeah, Greg Van Alst. So Greg Van Alst, the rookie, he's been running a lot of ARCA races this year. He's also made a few part-time starts in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series here, but he's around. Looks like minimal damage. Is it a single car spin, it looks like? I don't know. It seems really hard to believe that on a restart, like in the middle of a green flag restart here, they would be able to have a single car spin that doesn't end up with someone getting completely spun out here. All right, I'm going to go work on the stage 2 pull if you don't mind filling the air. And talk about whatever you want. Yep. I say everybody's gonna stay out. They all just got tires and they got limited number of sets. Remember, this isn't the Cup Series. They have one set of tires that they can use maybe in the final stage, and then they got one set of tires for each stage break. Nobody's gonna say maybe Quaffle and the other guys who stayed out of that stage caution maybe, but the rest of them no. But yeah, no, the poll is asking who wins each stage. We do this every week. So I usually put it up somewhere around midway through the stage. So we're at lap 21 of 55 here. Gonna try not say. I usually try and make sure it's 3 competitive options I have. Although I usually just go with whoever's running 1, 2, 3. So Nick Sanchez and Christian Eckes. So Zane Smith, it sounds like he's already decided he's going to take the outside lane when they get to the choose cone here. Yeah, now Zane Smith is one of those interesting choices. He is not pit yet at all this race. So Zane Smith is yet to make a single pit stop. Nick Sanchez was last in pit road at lap 18. Carson Quaffle also yet to make a pit stop at all this race, so. I would love to see Christian Eckes go ahead and beat, or not Christian Eckes. I'd love to see Nick Sanchez finally pick up his first win, but yeah, he wasn't the guy I thought was gonna do the best. Because when I make my pre-race picks, I try and make the pick I think is most likely to actually win. So we're still waiting for the choose cone. They've got a college football promotion now. Hey, JP, who's Iowa playing this weekend? Since I know you're an Iowa fan. As Zane Smith takes top, as he said. Sanchez takes bottom. Eckes, Quaffle, Majeski, Heim. Yeah, just kind of everybody's going outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. Ooh! And then a couple of people late in the, William Solich and Matt Crafton both take the inside line there, allowing guys like Ankrum to sneak up there and grab a couple of spots on the choose cone. Yep, 30 laps to go. It's going to be... Yep, pace car dies for cover, and here we go, off of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air, and they are racing at Bristol. Zane Smith away with the lead. Everybody else kind of diving for position, trying to solidify where they're starting. Majeski up into 4th. So, yeah, the 19 is still up on the outside. There we go. 19 gets clear, and he can now start to try and run down Zane Smith leading the race. Wow. Nick Sanchez, though. I mean, hey, you know what? He missed out on stage points in stage number 1, but he may have a good shot at some good stage points here in stage number 2. But, Dean Thompson released from the care center. That is very good news. Always like to hear when drivers get released from that infield care center, because racing's dangerous, as we all know, all too well. So, Okay, how far do we think Zane Smith can go on tires from the start of the race? Because so far, Zane Smith has yet to make a pit stop whatsoever. Oh, and here we go. There's, yeah. Yeah, Stuart Friesen and Tyler Ankrum battling it out in 18th place. So, that's a good one. I need him to run poorly here. So, it looks like Eckes and Zane Smith, that's kind of the 1-2 battle that we got going on both on the track and in the pole. So, it's going pretty even. Of course, let me know who you guys think is going to win this second stage by let me know in the mid-race poll. All right, let's see. Can Majeski start to make some moves forward, or is Majeski still stuck in behind Sanchez here? But Hocevar, he's actually holding his ground pretty well here. Hocevar staying in 9th place here. He's holding off Purdy here for 9th. Yeah, that battle of the lead getting hotter and hotter. Zane Smith leading the battle both on the track and in the pole. So, looks like we got some smart people in the chat who think Zane Smith's going to be able to hold on for this one. Of course, Christian Eckes is going to try and hang on for this one too. But I just to think that Zane Smith has yet to pit at all this race and he's still holding on to this top spot. Imagine how strong he'd be if he had 4 fresh tires on that thing. Well, yeah, and you could say that about Ty Majeski there as well, right behind Sanchez, just waiting for something to get disorderly here as Sanchez starts to creep up on the front 2. And looks like they're going to commercial break, so... Thursday Night Thunder here for Bristol Motor Speedway. Craftsman Truck Series playoffs. So, JP, going back to something I mentioned earlier, I don't know if you got a chance to answer it before we had green flag racing going, but who's Iowa playing? Who's the University of Iowa playing this weekend in college football? Do you know? Okay, because I know you're an Iowa football fan, so I wasn't sure. Oh, Iowa State. Sorry, I forget which states it's the state versus University of is their bigger team. Let's see what the big college football games coming up are. Oh, Miami Hurricanes are absolutely kicking somebody's butt right now. 41-0 here. Tyler Van Dyke, the quarterback out of Miami there. LSU picked up their first win of their college football season last week as they put away Grambling State. Kansas State goes up against Missouri tomorrow at noon, along with Illinois versus Penn State. Florida State is ranked number 3. There we go. And they play Boston College tomorrow at noon. LSU going up against Mississippi State. Utah and Weber State also playing tomorrow. Then we got Notre Dame against Central Michigan. Western Michigan versus University of Iowa, the Hawkeyes. Oregon State going up against San Diego at 3:30 Eastern Time. UNC up against Minnesota, 3:30 Eastern as well there. Alabama versus South Florida. That should be a pretty easy game for Alabama to put away. Georgia versus South Carolina. Georgia, the number 1 ranked team in college football right now. Oklahoma versus Tulsa, the Battle of Oklahoma there. 2 Oklahoma-based teams. Northwestern and Duke. Ohio State going up against WKU. Washington going up against Michigan State. UCLA fighting with North Carolina Central. What? Oh, okay, 7 laps to go. Okay, we're coming back. Ooh, oh, come on. Why is Florida got to play Tennessee this week? Well, luckily I'll be talking about racing at that point instead. So the 19 of Christian Eckes to the lead. So the patience pays off for number 19. Christian Eckes takes the lead back here. And there we go. Oh, Majeski just got into somebody, and oh, he's way up the track. He's losing a few spots there. He even falls behind Hocevar here. Oh, flat tire, 98, flat tire. That is not good right now. He needs a caution. He's going to stay out until the caution flies, or until NASCAR makes him pit to fix that tire, because how is he still on this racetrack? But he is going to lose a ton of spots. Just don't lose a lap here. Just don't lose a lap, Majeski. Please come home. Yeah, he would lose 2 laps if he comes to pit road. So even if he gets lapped by Eckes. Oh no, that tire's going down. No, come on, Ty Majeski, come on. Majeski really starting to smoke it up here as he is just trying to get to the checkers on the stage. And here we go. Eckes wins stage number 2 over Zane Smith, Sanchez, Heim, Infinger, your top 5. So Eckes sweeps the stages here. Oh! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Ty Majeski might be the free pass with that tire going down. So it was contact between Heim and Majeski that cut down Majeski's tire there. Oh man, that's a bummer there for Heim, or not for Heim, but for Majeski. But luckily, it looks like he may be the free pass here. Huh? Ty Majeski gets free pass. Nice. But, man, that was a bummer to see him get that tire going down. But that'll keep him in the fight here for a top 3 finish. All right, let's see. What about some NFL? Let's talk about some NFL games coming up this weekend. You okay to talk about that one? All right. Oh, say 4th and 15 right now for the Vikings. Right now, 20-7 here for the Vikings-Eagles game. Currently in the 3rd quarter. Jalen Hurts throwing 1 interception. Has he thrown a touchdown yet? No, he has not. He's rushed in for 2 TDs though for Jalen Hurts. So it's currently 20-7 there in Philly. All right, so let's talk about some of these other upcoming games. So obviously, I think there's a 1 o'clock game you want to talk about. We'll start off with that one. How about that? Jacksonville Jaguars. I will be rooting for you guys, but I think it's going to be a much closer game than you're talking about it here. I think Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be a contender here for the regular season MVP. So I think it would be a big feat for him to go ahead and beat Patrick Mahomes. We also have divisional matchups here between Bengals and Ravens at the 1 o'clock time slot. The Bengals looked very flat in week 1. That doesn't bode well for the upcoming for the upcoming week here. Oh, hello. Oh, there we go. It just got really quiet and there, but yeah. So the Bengals and Ravens. The Bengals looked very flat week 1 here. Yep, final stage, 66 laps. Yeah, my you're starting to struggle. Let's see if I can cut down some of these tabs here, because I don't really need those too. But yeah, I need to update my... oh yeah, my computer needs to do some updates, but I can wait until after the stream to do them. Alright, here we go. And here we go. Zane Smith coming to pit road, and Eckes stays out, and looks like we're going to see a lot of guys staying out, trying to just make do with what they can here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I was just trying to see what I could do to try and put a Band-Aid at least on the computer problem that I'm having. Because ultimately the ultimate fix would be doing the update, but I don't want to do that in the middle of the race. So here we go. Sanchez gets released from his pit box. We saw a split decision here. A lot of people are going to be stuck further back in the field than they would like here by having to take tires. But guys like Sanchez and Zane Smith didn't really have an option here because they'd been on the same tires from the start of the race to lap 116 here. All right. And so... do you have any thoughts about the Bengals-Ravens game that we were talking about there before I started noticing the computer problem? Okay. So, yeah, that's some good luck there for Majeski to have gotten that free pass to stay on the lead lap here. Yeah, nobody, say, I don't know why they're even talking about if somebody's at fault. No, nobody was at fault there. So it's going to be Eckes, Heim, Infinger, your top 3. Taylor Gray, Carson Hocevar, the rest of the top 5. Rajah Caruth starting up inside the 6th place. Ben Rhodes 7th. 8th will be Purdy. Then you got William Solich starting in 9th. And then 10th will be Jake Garcia, who has been an absolute juggernaut for the small teams so far this season. Oh, Zane Smith pitting outside the box. That is not. You gotta make sure you get all 4 tires inside the box before you pit the car. Only a miss by about a few inches, but man, those are a costly few inches for the team. I mean, he in reality, he isn't losing a ton of track position because he was a part of the minority to come to pit road, so he was starting pretty far back anyway. And maybe he and Majeski can now link up and go to the front here. That's a pair of F-150s there for Ford. You got the ThorSport Ford, and then you got the Front Row Motorsports Ford. All right, here we go. All right, so there we go. There goes Ty Majeski coming back out on the track after his flat tire. He is going to be somehow miraculously on the lead lap here. Matt DiBenedetto, Matt Crafton just outside the top 10. Yep, pace car dives for cover here, as leaving the field in the hands of Christian Eckes, and the green flag is out. Green, green, green. Green flag is out. So there we go. Oh, contact. A lot of contact here on this restart here. I say Rajah Caruth gets into the 17 and the 99 there. A lot of contact there between Rajah Caruth and everybody on the outside lane. The 24 is starting to slide up the track quite a bit here in the corners. I don't know. That's going to be rough for anybody on the outside of that truck to try and follow. And Chase Purdy there hits the 99, not wanting the 99 to pull in line here, not wanting him to save spots here. And yeah, now Ben Rhodes going to just try and fall in line wherever he possibly can here. Yep, 77 more times around. They got 77 more laps around this great Coliseum. Of course, this is one of the highest lap count weekends of the entire year. You got 200 tonight, 300 tomorrow night, and 500 laps on Saturday night for the NASCAR Cup Series. Zane Smith outside the top 30 after that penalty. Rough day for Zane Smith here. Let's see. So right now, Majeski currently the worst of the points drivers in terms of making the playoffs or not. He is 30 points back, but obviously we expect him to claw back some points here as he starts to make up some of those spots that he lost due to the flat tire incident. Then you have Sanchez, who came to pit road on that last stop. You had Zane Smith, who got the penalty, and then you got Ben Rhodes, who's trying to find a spot in line still. I think Ben Rhodes has finally found his spot there in 8th place. We'll have to wait and see, but because he's trying to get underneath Tyler Hill here. Tyler Hill, a lap car there. So here we go. Let's see. Going. Oh, what? Yeah, coming to 70 to go. This time by. Kid 70 to go. Next time by. And these drivers, they're trying to make do with what they can here. So. That is the 15 of Tanner Gray there. Number 15, Tanner Gray, the Black's Tire Machine. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to just go ahead and flag a couple of drivers. Oh. Apparently I'm not logged in, so I can't flag a couple of drivers that I want to watch. I'm going to say, yeah, right now, Ty Majeski needs another caution and try and bunch this field right up. He's fought his way up to 25th already, but again, Majeski just needs some restarts to fight his way through this field. Possibly some cautions to try and shuffle up the field, too. Yeah, as we get ready to go to commercial break. Is it side by side or is it going to be full screen commercial? Yeah, I have a feeling because they're showing full screen replays and highlights and stuff, that we're going full screen commercial. Yep, full screen commercial break. So, I guess the next NFL game we can talk about, since you didn't have anything you wanted to add about the Bengals game, is actually my game. Minnesota scored. 1 second, we got a score update. Both Minnesota and the Philadelphia Eagles got a touchdown. Jalen Hurts throwing his first touchdown of the game. Kirk Cousins throwing his second touchdown, this time to Jordan Addison, the rookie out of USC. And Devontae Smith catching the touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts. So, not the receiver I needed to catch a touchdown on either team, which is unfortunate for me. But, yeah, so we got Colts-Texans. That's going to be the battle of the rookie QBs there. You got Anthony Richardson, looked like the most impressive rookie week 1, versus C.J. Stroud, who everybody was saying is the safest rookie pick of the draft. Between physical physique, football skills, and raw athleticism. Anthony Richardson has the raw athleticism. Whoever the Panthers drafted, Bryce Young, has the football skills, but lacks a little bit in the physical size. And then C.J. Stroud's kind of that nice mix of both that you expect to potentially be a good quarterback. But I think the ceiling on Richardson's higher, so I'm glad we have him. It's going to be a tight game, though, especially with no Jonathan Taylor. I hope the Colts can pick this one up. It should be a nice, easy win, but I don't know. That Texans team is nowhere near the easy team they were last year to try and beat. Seahawks-Lions. You want to cover this one? Yeah. So you think? So you're thinking Seattle's gonna win because of their defense? And we're back from commercial break. So. Yep, 54 laps left. Eck is continuing to dominate this race. He has led the vast majority of the race. He's now officially led the most laps on the day, no matter what anybody else leads. So, Christian Eckes now has led 103 laps on the day. So, Taylor Gray running up inside top 5 as well. We're going to try and make something happen here. Rajah Caruth possibly with some trouble, you said? Oh, no. Oh, they jumped the camera kind of weirdly there. Yeah, no, I saw what you saw too. The way the camera panned looked like they were trying to catch a wreck happening, but ultimately no, it's just a weird camera transition. So, William Solich, he's only 16 years old, but he's racing very well here in the NASCAR Truck Series. So he's just trying to run what he can for truck races here to get a little bit extra experience for ARCA next year. So next month, Solich turns 17. So imagine if he wins a truck race before turning 17. So you don't see that too often here, as the 19 squeezing underneath the 32 truck. I don't know why he's being so aggressive with lap traffic here, but he is going to end up angering a couple people if he keeps being physical with lap traffic here. And now he goes to try and lap Tanner Gray here. That's not going to be an easy driver to lap whatsoever here. Here we go. Looking the inside here. It's going to be Eckes looking up the inside on Tanner Gray. Tanner Gray going to just concede the spot. Yep, 45 laps to go. So 45 more times around this great Coliseum, and we got ourselves an absolutely dominant showing here from Christian Eckes here. Yep. Let's say those front rotors on the Zane Smith machine starting to get really warm, probably from overuse here as he's trying to drive his way up through the field. All right, let's see. Where's Majeski still stuck in 25th. Him and Zane Smith, the next two coming up the lap. Oh yeah, there we go. Zane Smith about to get lapped by the leader, Christian Eckes. So here we go. Christian Eckes trying to get this one. Let's see. What's it going to be here? Is Zane Smith going to end up letting the 19 by here? Yeah, there we go. The Zane Smith goes up the track. It's going to allow the 19 to get by him. 3 wide there for a moment. Spencer Boyd on the inside there. He's multiple laps down. Meanwhile, Zane Smith trying to stay just one lap, or trying to stay on the lead lap if he can. It'll be tough. Yeah, no, he did just concede the spot, but he has been fighting hard for the last several laps trying to hold on to that spot. And now it's Majeski's turn. Can Majeski fight to stay on the lead lap here as we go to picture-in-picture here for the commercial break? But, yeah. I think that when it comes to that Seahawks game, though, I think the game is going to be way more about whose offense clicks more than whose defense clicks better. Because that defense is, as I say, the Seahawks defense is nowhere near as good as what you're saying, but they've got elite wide receivers. They got Tyler Lockett. They got JSN, who I guarantee some commentator of the NFL is going to get suspended for saying his last name incorrectly. Because Jackson Smith and Jigba is not the easiest thing to say. And certainly if you say it wrong, it could sound like a really bad word. But yeah, I think between Metcalf and Lockett there in Seattle, plus their new rookie receiver, it's going to be a shootout offensive style. Yeah, the battle of the lead all coming down to how these lap cars, because you also got the battle to try and stay on the lead lap here, because that's Ty Majeski right ahead of the 19, which is why the 19's been slowed up so much the last couple of laps. So, Hocevar trying to stay up in that top 3. We are obviously hoping that he can get up to 3rd here. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah, right now we got 30 laps to go here. Yeah, 30 laps to go, and have they still not managed to lap Ty Majeski yet? Ty Majeski's still fighting to stay on lead lap here. Alright, so here we go. Alright, oh yeah, I should probably get the poll up for the stage 2. So go ahead, fill everybody in on what they need to know on. Alright, there you go. There's your poll for stage number 3. Poll for who you guys think's going to win the rest of the race. Do we think Eka sweeps it? Do we think Grant Enfinger or Corey Heim have the speed to maybe take it away on a late race restart? Do you guys think maybe Ty Majeski goes from from fighting to stay on lead lap here to ultimately winning the race? That'd be insane. If we see a caution here, do we think we see some pit stops? That would be interesting. I don't know. Would you pit if you see a caution flag come out here? Oh. All right, final set of commercial breaks. Final set of commercial breaks here. I don't know, because that track position has looked almighty today. I mean, it's been tough to pass all day. So you take 4 tires and potentially give up top 5 track position? I don't know. I think you stay out here and try and make do with what you have. I mean, remember what Zane Smith was able to do earlier, and he had the same number of laps that Eckes currently has on his tires. Because the leaders all have 60 laps on their tires right now, and that's what Eckes had what Zane Smith, had when he stayed out to hold on to that lead for about 25, 30 laps. Now, a restart could end up being a little bit more volatile than that, but it'll be curious to see. We got 14 to go. First off, we would need a caution before anything to make that happen. But, wow, Stuart Friesen's really proving us wrong, though. He's up inside that top 10. Yeah, he's proving us both wrong, and proving us both wrong as well, in a bad way, is Matt Crafton, who is currently stuck in 16th place and is just kind of stuck in neutral here. Alright, so here we go. So far, it looks like we got 2 votes for Corey Heim, 1 vote Christian Eckes so far on the poll. So, looks like we think Corey Heim's going to find a way to get this one done. Yep. 2 handfuls of laps left. 10 laps to go. You can count them on your fingers now to count them down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 23 points behind the cut line right now for Majeski. So Majeski has managed to avoid getting stuck a lot down so far. So if he does get lucky with a caution here, ooh, what? Oh yeah, Nick Sanchez got way loose there, big wiggle there out of the number 2. But yeah, right now if the 98 can stay on this lead lap and we get a caution, he is probably going to be one of the most interesting guys to watch here because he'll be able to either stay out and gain a bunch of track position for people who pit, or he'd be able to gain track, or he'd be pitting for tires. Battle for the lead. Corey Heim, Christian Eckes here. They are bumper to bumper here as they go side by side. 3 wide underneath the 15. 2 wide now, side by side. Corey Heim takes the lead from Christian Eckes here through 3 and 4 here. Corey Heim takes the race lead. Yeah, that 19 looks a little bit worse for wear on the long run here, but still 4 laps to go here. 4 laps, a lot of time for something to happen here. But yeah, going underneath that 15 of gray really kind of threw him off. But here we go. 3 laps to go. 3 more times around. Can they do it? Can Corey Heim make something happen here out of nothing? Can Carson Hocevar make the pass on Grant Infinger here to try and help our predictions here? Because we both had him finishing top 3, and right now he's 4th. And I say, white flag. The race will end under this one. No overtime tonight. But here we go. William Solich coming to pit road, or not coming to pit road, but pulling down the inside, not trying to fight with the leaders. Coming off turn 4, it is Corey Heim for the win over Christian Eckes. Infinger holds on to 3rd. Hocevar 4th. Taylor Gray 5th. 6th. Rajah Caruth 7th. Ben Rhodes 8th. Purdy 9th. Nick Sanchez. And rounding out your top 10, Matt DiBenedetto. So Stuart Friesen faded at the last minute there. All right, so yeah, thank you, JP, for joining us in here. Any closing thoughts about the race? Yeah, and this gives him a lot of time to prepare for Phoenix because that isn't until November, and we're still in the 2nd week of September. He's got 2 months to prepare for one race, for a championship. So real quick, as we do on all of these race live streams at the end of the race, we're going to go through every single finisher, just give everybody their dues for where they end up finishing. So, as we mentioned, Corey Heim finishing 1st, locks himself into that final 4. Christian Eckes looking very strong, looking like he may be a part of that final 4 as well. Grant Infinger, a surprising top 5 there, finishes 3rd. Carson Hocevar comes up 4th place here. Taylor Gray with a very impressive top 5 run for the rookie. Rajah Caruth comes home in 6th place. A very complete day there for Rajah. First time in his career he's really had a complete day, it feels like. Ben Rhodes comes home 7th. Former Truck Series champion there. Chase Purdy comes home 8th. Nick Sanchez 9th. And Matt DiBenedetto coming home in 10th. Jake Garcia, the juggernaut there for the small teams, comes home 11th. Carson Quaffle in one of his first NASCAR truck starts of the season comes home 12th. Bailey Curry 13th. Stuart Friesen comes home in the 14th position, and Connor Jones rounds out your top 15. Matt Crafton 16th. Haley Deegan 17th. Parker Kligerman comes home in the 18th spot. He did what he wanted to do, though. He's in the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs, which start tomorrow night. So Parker's all good there. Ty Majeski comes home a disappointing 19th after a very good race today. Jake Drew comes home 20th. 21st, Daniel Dye. The first car one lap down. Colby Howard, Tyler Ankrum, Zane Smith, a disappointing 24th place finish, and Caden Honeycutt rounding out your top 25. Timmy Hill, sorry, not Tyler Hill. Timmy Hill driving that number 56 truck tonight. Comes home 26th. 27th, Brett Holmes in the 32 truck. 28th, Lawless Allen, the last car only one lap down. That drive that number 45, Nice Motorsports Chevrolet. 2 laps down for Tanner Gray, the number 15. He was a big factor there late in the race, leading to that last pass for Corey Heim to be able to get by the 19 of Eckes. Then you have William Solich coming home 3 laps down in the number 1 car. Just tried to stay out the way so he didn't impact the number 11, his teammate. Spencer Boyd comes home 12th, comes home 31st, driving the number 12 car. Then you got Stefan Malaozzi, Memphis Virillial, Greg Van Alst, and Dean Thompson, and Jack Wood rounding out the field here tonight. So that's your full finishing order from the NASCAR NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Any final thoughts, JP, as we get ready to sign off? All right, yeah, I had a ton of fun with this as well. I always enjoy these broadcasts. As I said, I'll be live tomorrow and the day after. I don't think I'll have anybody with me for those 2 streams, but hopefully we'll still have a fun time here in the chat. But yeah, the NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs start tomorrow night, and on Saturday night it is the NASCAR Cup Series Cut race at Bristol. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. And until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!